GTA 5 is perhaps one of the most iconic games of the 21st century, so it goes without saying that this game would have amassed a considerable cult following. The game had everything from a fantastic storyline to absolutely charming gameplay with multiple endings. Hello and welcome to our channel. Today, we're going to tell you about all the different endings in GTA 5. So, without further delay, let us begin. It's fantastic to consider, but the original GTA 5 was released 9 years ago on systems that are now 2 generations behind the current ones. As eager as fans are to see where the franchise goes next, the publisher can't be faulted for wanting to get the most out of their investment. After all, GTA 5 has sold a remarkable 160 million copies in the time we just told you about earlier. This number makes Grand Theft Auto 5 the second best-selling video game of all time. With updated current generation versions of the game arriving early in the life cycles of the PS5 and Xbox Series XS, that number is only likely to rise. While a steady supply of multiplayer editions has contributed to keeping players involved in GTA 5's universe since its release, the single-player experience's narrative journey may also be said to have benefited in its durability. The framework of GTA 5's final objective is placed directly in the hands of players, unlike previous games in the series. As a result, they'll have to track down and evaluate several endings. So, let's talk about the endings now. Ending A. After completing the 30-hour criminal drama that is Grand Theft Auto 5's main story campaign, avid gamers will be confronted with a complex moral choice that many have already considered. After connecting with Franklin, Michael, and Trevor in the lead-up to and during the Union Depository theft, the former must choose which members of the crew will survive. Franklin is called independently by Devin Weston and Steve Haynes before one of the 3 last missions can begin. Michael and Trevor are being hunted by the duo for their part in wreaking havoc in San Andreas. If players choose to carry out Haynes' commands, a symbolic target will be put on Trevor's back, and the quest Something Sensible will begin. When it becomes evident that Franklin doesn't realize the role he's played in spreading instability, he pulls out a pistol on his associate after setting up a meeting with Trevor to discuss the difficulties that have troubled the 3. Trevor departs the scene in a passion, feeling betrayed by the fact that he's always been honest and open with Franklin. Until Michael intervenes by slamming Trevor's red truck into the side of a gas tanker, one of GTA's most iconic auto chase sequences plays out. The scenario that follows this segment of the quest is perhaps one of the saddest in Grand Theft Auto 5. Trevor, consumed by wrath as a result of his friend's betrayal, tells Franklin to kill him. Rockstar Games has made it so that either crew member may take the shot, which is a brilliant bit of game design. If the players take too long to make Franklin shoot, Michael will take over. In each case, a neighboring fuel tanker catches fire, and Trevor is horribly burned to death. Out of all these endings, option A remains the most neutral of the 3 options that are available to players. Despite their loss, Michael and Franklin remain good friends and will split the proceeds from Trevor's robbery. Ending B. If players choose to carry out Devin Weston's orders to kill Michael, the game's second potential ending will begin. The path is likely the one that most closely reflects what could be termed a terrible ending out of the 3 possibilities available to Franklin. This is evident right from the start of the operation. The time has come, as Trevor refuses to participate in the conspiracy against his longtime companion. Franklin meets Michael to discuss the matter between the two without any further aid. Franklin begins to feel sorrow as it becomes evident that his father figure has developed as a person, owing to the fact that Michael has functioned as his mentor throughout the tale of GTA 5. Michael is thrilled during a phone chat with his wife, for example, that their daughter Tracy has gotten a college spot. Michael departs the area before Franklin can carry out his assassination attempt, picking up on the atmosphere of the meeting. Following that, the pair race through Los Santos' open world to the Palmer-Taylor Power Station in another classic GTA chase scene. After being pummeled by some stinging words from his mentor, Franklin pushes Michael over the industrial structure as he climbs to the top. Franklin immediately regrets his enraged reaction after doing so. At this moment, Rockstar Games creates the appearance of a new moral decision for the player to consider. When you catch Michael's free-falling hand, you have the option of letting him go or pulling him back to the top. In actuality, Michael's death is a foregone conclusion as a result of his inability to accept Franklin's apologies. After the credits have rolled, it's evident how gloomy Option B is, as characters like Trevor and Jimmy break off any communication with Franklin. Michael's part of the robbery is delivered to his family in an unexpected twist, essentially punishing the player. Ending C. Death Wish. Rockstar Games has produced a more friendly alternative to Grand Theft Auto 5's gloomy ending for those wishing for anything resembling a happy ending. Instead of carrying out the orders given to them by their colleagues, players might convene a brainstorming session between Franklin and Lester. It's surely no surprise that the tech genius is able to create a method to ensure that each member of the organization walks away rich and undamaged after orchestrating each of the group's heists. Grand Theft Auto 5's last mission, appropriately called The Third Way, sees Franklin, Michael, Trevor, and Lamar construct a trap for their FIB and Merryweather goons. Franklin, Michael, and Trevor split off after fighting through waves of opponents to take out 3 key targets who have been organizing the schemes against them. Trevor ultimately kidnaps GTA 5's main antagonist, Devin Weston, in the trunk of his car following the subsequent deaths of Steve Haynes, Stretch, and Wei Chang. When the playable 3 meet at the Chiliad Mountain State Wilderness, they decide to push the millionaire and his automobile into the sea, which quickly kills the villain. Ending C, out of all the alternative endings for GTA 5, is undoubtedly the most satisfying. Franklin, Trevor, and Michael share their robbery money 3 ways after the credits roll, in addition to staying friends and playable characters. It should be noted that the Grand Theft Auto community debated for a long time over which of the 3 endings was official to the game's universe. Rockstar didn't publicly enter the argument until last year's Franklin-centric GTA Online patch, The Contract. Fans now know that Ending C is also the canon finale of GTA 5. This is because of a few subtle references to his associates. While there is no right or wrong answer, one of the endings has been confirmed as canon in a recent GTA Online release. Regardless, the players have complete control over their actions, and they can choose to kill Michael or Trevor, or save both of them. So, which one is it? Well, last December, Rockstar released a huge update to GTA Online. The update came with a new DLC starring Dr. Dre and Franklin. And there's some story material in this release, including a mission with Franklin pursuing down a guy who has incurred Dr. Dre's anger. Franklin mentions that he knows one of the producers on the movie set as you're following the man through during his sequence. Franklin doesn't mention Michael by name, but as you may know, assuming he isn't dead, Michael goes on to become a movie producer at the conclusion of GTA 5. In other words, Michael is alive, indicating that the GTA 5 finale in which he's killed is certainly not canon. Plus, we know that Trevor is alive. These two facts confirm that the GTA 5 canon ending is the one in which all three characters are alive. So that's all the time we had today, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel and do hit the bell icon to remain updated about all our future videos. See you all next time, folks.